Bridge. Well, I'm about 200 yards from the bridge because I didn't want to mess with the current. But Monday, about 3 p.m. ish, 2 p.m. ish. See if I can get any reds here before the rains come. The only thing that sucks about this area is I'm off the highway, so there's gonna be a lot of road noise, and but let's see how it goes. If you want to shut your speakers off. There's gonna be a lot of noise. Again, I'm here at Gaymans Bridge area. You can see a wade fisherman out there, but he's already gonna come in. It's about 2 p.m. I believe. Uh, I wanted to get some fishing in before the rains came. I bought myself a bag of cut mullet. So again, Gaymans Bridge area. They were messing around my first rod here, where I have a Carolina rig. Carolina rig on this first one, and the second one I have a double drop. So again, the audio's gonna suck because I'm right off the highway 48, I believe. So let's see if I can pick up a couple reds. Right now I'm gonna check my first rod because they have been nibbling on it. Sure enough, it took the bait, so rebait and try it again. I'm going to use the head on this one. Traditional Carolina rig. And I think this is probably about 20-pound test. 20-pound test on that one, and then I got 15 on the other one. So yeah, Gaymans Bridge here. I'm not at the bridge because the currents are too strong there. Trying to catch a couple of reds here before the rains come. This is the first time I ever go live like this, so I don't know if y'all are watching it upside down, vertical, horizontal, so I don't know. I'm just going to try it out and wing it. I do have my other camera on my head, my Instant 360, so I'll be recording the highlights. But again, I'm right off the highway, so the noise is going to really suck. I talked to a couple of anglers over there by the bridge. They said a lady earlier took a bunch of fish, but I'm pretty sure the bite was on this morning and probably later in the evening, but I was at home and trying to figure out where to fish. I loaded all my gear, my guard, fishing rod, my bait fishing rods, 3 tackle boxes. I didn't know whether to go gar fishing or saltwater fishing, so I just drove. And finally, I decided to just come to Gayman and chill out here for a while. So let's see if I can pick something up. I mean, it's going to be hot, but I'm parked in a way where I can be in the shade most of the time. Plenty of water. But you will hear a lot of traffic because it's a very busy road here. I can see a couple guys on the chat. I can't really type on it, but I'll try to. Like, this is the first time I do this, so I don't wanna mess up the streaming by. If I had the computer monitor, I could type, but I have caught reds before here, so today is kind of. As far as the signal, I'm not sure about the signal either, so. And for you guys, you guys coming in, I'm here at Gaymans Bridge. I'm about 150 yards from the actual bridge, but the current is too strong there. So, and I don't like fishing with heavy weights, especially with these lighter poles that I have. So I have a Carolina rig with cut mullet on one, and then I have a double. So yeah, the signal kind of sucks here, so it looks like I've been in and out. And of course, I'm right off Highway 48, I believe, and there's a lot of traffic, so the audio must suck also. But I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. See if I can pull out a couple reds here. The winds are supposed to pick up to about 20 this afternoon. All right, thank you, Andrew. Thank you that it's streaming good. Yeah, a while ago it kind of like, you know how it starts loading. And I told you this is the first time I do this, so I don't know. Am I horizontal? I'm not upside down on your screens, because that has happened before. The tide is pretty high. That's why I stopped before the bridge. There's plenty of water for some fish to. I think my bait is probably at about waist deep. There's a little gut that goes through here. The only thing, there's also some oyster beds between me and that gut, so I just got to be careful not to get cut off, but. All right, thank you. All right, Marco, thank you. And Arturo, I'm sorry. Instead, I got a big glare on the phone, but yeah. this is the part of fishing that sucks. Just we all wish we had action all the time, but sometimes you just gotta wait it out. That's the problem with going live. You gotta wait. When you do the videos, of course you can edit. When I'm doing a video, I probably record about 4 hours and then cut it down to when I catch fish, right? Yes, it's the tournament all over again. Oh man, that's why I came out here, because that tournament left a bad taste in my mouth. I needed to catch fish before these storms come in, because I can't go 2 weeks with a big goose egg. But it could happen again. So this is the first time I really ever do this. So, oh yeah, Marco, look, I think I saw that you did good, right? I saw on Facebook today some pictures of you guys. See, I see something right here on the water. I don't know if it's bait. How did you do, Marco? All right. Yeah, I was too beat up on Sunday to go out. A friend of mine wanted to go, but he wanted to go on to Port Mansfield to fish off the harbor, not on the kayaks. But I said, nah, I'll pass. But like today, I was thinking of going out in the kayak, but then it just got late on me. So you know, when you have a kayak, it takes a while to load everything, and even though half the things I still had in the Jeep. If I would have known at that tournament it was tough for everyone, I would have probably stuck it out a little longer. I did come in kind of early. I think by 11:30 I might have already called it quits. I actually went to the store, restroom break, a little. I just didn't. You know, when you don't feel it, you don't feel it. But if I would have known a lot of people would have skunked, I would have stayed out there and gutted it out. But the thing is, they're at behind the convention. You don't know whether to stay out in the open bay or get into the channel. So you know, half of the time you're out in the open, and that's where I thought it was going to happen. And then I have a hand paddle. I have a hand paddle kayak. So the more you drift out into the open, the further you have to paddle back. But the ones that had the pedal ones. The pedal drives and the fin drives, I mean, they were at an advantage because they can, you know, go further and come back in. I kind of had the plan to just stick closer to the launch. Yeah, the convention center, I mean, the waters are so beautiful. You see these, you know, traditional potholes. You would think it was be loaded with trout, but every time I try that area, I don't know if the water's too clear, if I'm just not confident enough. I mean, Port Mansfield, I mean, I kill it over there. But at Port Mansfield, of course, you know, the water's kind of murky there. It's clear at times, right? But yes, we're talking about the SEF tournament. I think 90% of the fishermen didn't catch any keepers. It was tough out there. I wish Seth makes another one. I know it's a lot of work for him. He probably won't do it, but I used to make some competitions also when the action's dead. I kind of feel like the ones that got skunked want another day of redemption. So after the storms, and if I see that 956 kayak anglers doesn't make an online tournament, I might do one and invite the. Yes, it was lures only. That one was a lures only tournament. So and they inspected all the kayaks before. Yeah, so if Seth doesn't do another tournament, there's tons of noise. Sorry about that. If Seth doesn't do another tournament and 956 Kayak Anglers doesn't want to do the online tournament, I asked yesterday. In about 3 weeks, I'll probably do one and call it the Redemption, and invite the 5 guys that won and the ones that didn't to see if we can knock them off their pedestals. Yeah, we'll call it the Redemption. Uh, Usually on my little competitions, I charge about $20, and it's usually about 12 guys that go out there, and the winner. If you look at my videos, you can see I made a competition at San Martin Lake, and I made a competition at the Arroyo, and the same guy won both of them. So the winner kept the whole pot. Everybody puts $20 in, and the winner takes the whole shebang. And a lot of guys like to put more money in, but I want to keep it simple, just nothing big. Winner take all. But I'll be going to Vegas July 1st through 5th, and maybe when I come back, I'll try to do something. I'm gonna go check my double drop, see if I got any bait. You took the bait also. I missed the bites. I got a Kel hook on this first one, which I like using. And on the double drop, I have just regular J hooks, which I should go to circle hooks. I just bought one bag of mullet, which I think are gonna run out within 2 hours. I did bring my cast net, but there's a lot of rocks here, and I don't see too much bait, but we'll give it a try. Desperation. Again, for you guys, we're here at Gaymans Bridge. I'm about 150 yards from the actual bridge, but the current is too strong there, so I decided, since the tide was kind of high, I decided to stop out here and cast some mullet out. And we're talking about, what time is it, like 2 or 3? Maybe 2? Oh, was that a bite over there, folks? Oh, something's biting my double drop. We want it to go all the way down. The reels, they're both the Penrath. I think they're either 4. I'm pretty sure one's a 4, and I know they're not 25. If there's a 35, I would say one's a 35 and one's a 45. And I got, on the 35, I have 15 pound, and then on my 4,000 I have 20 pounds, and then I have my white rod that I'm not going to use the white rod, but that one I have 10 pound, and that's the one I use the lures with. My white one, it's uh it's 10 pound, and that's the one I use for my lighter lures. But these are like my heavier rods, like for redfish. And then there was a week where I wanted to catch some gar, so I went and bought myself. I think it's a 9 footer with it was a I think $29 at Walmart. Tiger, but I put like 80 pound test on that one. But the only thing that it sucks because you can't really cast it too far. So I brought it. I brought it. Oh, oh! Did you see that, my coach? That looked like a good little tumbler. Maybe the reds are still out here in the heat. Yeah, but fishing with when I come fishing at Gaymans, I notice the locals when they get a bite, they really don't do anything till I think they let them. I think they let the reds swallow it and then they set the hook. Because I tell them, hey, you're good. Oh, my first rod over here got a bite too. Puro catfish? No, no, no. They're gonna be redfish. Yeah, the locals. When they get a bite, did you see this rod? Can you see the tip on this one? This first one's getting a bite. I might have to. Yeah, it looks like something's messing with this Carolina rig one. Like the Carolina rig one. Yeah, something's messing. The Carolina rig one, I like to leave it kind of loose. That way the fish takes it and gets hooked. And then the double drop, I like to have tension on that one. So yeah, I have I think it's a 35, if there is a 35 and a 45. Or a 3,000 or 4,000, depending on. And also the reason I don't buy too expensive rods, these are your basic ugly sticks. Because on the kayak, you lose stuff. I've lost like 4 rods on the kayak. I've lost 4 rods. I've lost 4 rods. A lithium battery that was brand new when I flipped. So I try not to carry too much expensive stuff. And now my lithium battery, I have it strapped down. So if I do flip my kayak, the lithium battery should stay strapped to the kayak. But yeah, that's why I really don't buy too much expensive rods and reels, because I tend to drop them in the water. And I've seen kayakers, they wrap their poles with that flotation, the pool noodles. And now I should do that also, but being stubborn, I don't wrap the pool noodles around them. So yeah, I've lost like 4 fishing rods off the kayak. So here in a minute, I'll check if they took the bait. I mean, both rods were getting hit. Again, for you new guys, I'm about 150 yards from the Gaymans Bridge channel. The tide is pretty high, so I decided to go ahead and stop here. That way I don't have to deal with the current. If you guys have fished Gaymans Bridge, you know that current can be pretty strong. And then, like, I don't have the gear that some people use. They have those big ass rods and 3 to 4 ounce weights. I think the heaviest weight I might have is a 3 ounce maybe. But with these rods, you don't really want to be tossing 3 ounce weights. I think right now I have a 1 ounce and I want to say they might be both 1 ounce weights. Oh my goodness, take it, baby. Take it. Take it. Come on, baby. Yeah, so I'm getting bites. I don't know, they're catfish. Probably catfish because the red is just gonna. Well, not all the time, because sometimes you see those little nibbles and you get surprised when it's a redfish, right? But yeah, right now it's the heat of the day. I wanted to get some fishing in before it started raining. I think the rains are supposed to come in tonight. I've never gone live like this, so this is the first time. I didn't do a good job because I'm parked right next to, I think it's Highway 48. Oh, take it, baby. Take it. Highway 48 is probably one of the busiest roads down here with all the construction they're doing. So if the audio is too much for you guys, sorry about that, but so yeah, I've been here 30 minutes. I got a Carolina rig on the near rod and a double drop on the far end. I should switch to circle hooks. See if we can get something here in the heat of the day. I'll give it a couple minutes and then I'll check the bait. I'll check the bait because they both have been going down. I'll be going to Vegas on July 1st. And last night I was checking to see if there's any places to fish over there, but there's mainly like lakes or ponds, but nah. I would do like a catching at Vegas, but nah, it's probably gonna be hotter than a mofo. And then I don't want to travel with a fishing rod, and I sure as hell don't want to buy one over there. No telling Let me check my baits real fast because they both got hit on. Let me cut myself some. Yeah, this one I'm gonna spray if I can find. I'm gonna spray some of this Mr. Ballyhoo garlic. I'm not a big believer in it, but if you see Seth, yeah, if you see Ugo's videos, Seth fishing, he uses a lot of the garlic on his lures. I'm really not a big believer, but if right now I could catch some reds. Yeah, so I sprayed some of that garlic. How about you guys? Do y'all use that garlic sprays and stuff like that? Or well, this rod's acting kind of crazy. I don't know if it's the wind. Do you guys like to use that garlic scent or? Okay, so again for you guys, I'm about 100 and Procure works for me sometimes. Okay, Andrew. Yeah, I have some Procure also. I think it's the shrimp flavor that every now and then I'll put on my soft plastics. Uh, there's something biting my feather rod over there. Yeah, the Procure. I use the Z-Man a lot, and it has a cavity, and I like to pour it in there a little bit. But I see aquel Arroyo River Rat, out of the Arroyo, of course. He likes to use Procure a lot, and he always keeps reapplying, and he does good. So when you see stuff like that, you see Ugo from Seth Fishing catching fish, spraying that garlic. Then you see Arroyo River Rat catching, putting that Procure, so you know it works. It's not hindering hindering. Okay, yeah. See, thank you for that. Okay. What's the time to go with pink tail? Yes, the pink. Andrew, pink tail. Okay, I haven't tried the pink tail. Back in the day, I would kill it. Kill it with the new penny 3-inch shrimp. Is it 3-inch or 4-inch? I can't remember which one. But my buddy would go buy some live shrimp, and I would just use that. That's all I would use, and I would kill it. But then lately, I don't know if the fish are just not attracted to it that much. But during this tournament, I was using gulp, but I had a lot of tail biters. It was real frustrating because they kept nipping at the tail, cutting it off. So 50% of the time I was using a gulp product, and 50% of the time I was using a Z-Man, but it just didn't happen. And I think the guy that was in third place, Zeffirino, I think. Yes, Andrew, man, doesn't it piss you off when you buy a package of gulp and then I had a call, but yeah, that's a big turnoff because you pay what, $8, $7 for a pack, and I went through one pack real quick there at the tournament because they were just biting off the tail. And that's why I go to Z-Man. The Z-Man, you basically can't cut off the tail, but then again, it doesn't have the scent. But they are making a scented, what's it called? It's not the paddle tail. It's kind of like a paddle tail, but it's segmented. But I didn't like the action for nothing. I like the paddle tails that have a lot of wiggle. And when I bought that scented Z-Man, I didn't like the tail action. And were you using the gulp and he was using his okay, let's see. Me and Zephyr fishing the same spots using the same lures that we caught. Yeah, that happens sometimes. A lot of times I believe it's also, are y'all using the same weighted line? Because that happens to me sometimes when I'm fishing with my buddy uses a heavier line and the lighter line. Let's see. Nothing much. Tandem, I'm here. I had the kayak tournament Saturday and I got basically skunked. So I wanted to do some fishing before the storms come because I don't want to go 2 weeks with that taste of getting skunked in that tournament. So I said, shit, let me go out there because it's supposed to start raining tonight. So I said, let me go out there to Gaymans area and see if I could pull out some reds. Just relax. I bought a bag of mullet, which is not enough. But I brought the casting net, but I don't think. Okay, yeah, Andrew, that's what I was using too, Andrew. I was using that white with it was a 3-inch. I used that for a little bit under a popping cork. But you know when you have two options, right? You had two rods. So on one I had my Z-Man, which is my number one option. My number two option was a paddle tail and a gulp. So you give yourself an hour with one, and then you give you another an hour. So then it wasn't working. So then I went to that. What you had, I had it under a bobber that white with green tail, and I had a few bites, but it's something like that. You want quick results, and I guess you got to stick to it, stick to the plan, and then you start second guessing yourself. Then you start saying, "Shit, I'm gonna go back to the Z-Man." And then I tried the curly tail gulp, which was the one that was getting bitten off all the time. But that's part of the tournament. You gotta go with your strategy. I would have loved. I think even you said I would have loved to start fishing like at 6:15 or let's say 6:30. I love being in the water before the sun comes up, and I love throwing out top water. That's my number one choice is a top water. So I figured, you know what? Let me not mess with the top water. The sun's gonna be up, the wind's gonna be up a little, and I'm just gonna have to take off the top water. So I didn't use it, but I did end up using it for a little bit, but I didn't have any followers. But David Gonzalez, I think, no, right? I've gotten some bites. Tandem, I just got here about 45 minutes. That's when I started the live. I've gotten some bites, but nothing huge. All I'm gonna use right now is cut mullet. I've gotten some bites, but it's probably either catfish or even crab. But I'm hoping. I don't think I'm gonna stay late because of the bait situation, but I did bring a castanet. If I run out of bait, I would probably. If I run out of bait, I'd probably go to San Martin and try to catch bait there, and then relocate somewhere else, and probably to some deeper water. Because right now, the tide was high here, but of course it's going to go down. And then the location I'm at, there's some oyster. Right now they're underwater, right? But you can see them. You can see them. But once the water gets sucked out of here, I'm gonna have to relocate. What I might do is go over there to where the bridge. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be lots of people. Like about 6 or 7. If I'm still here at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., I'm pretty sure it's gonna be packed up there. That way, I can go live again and see what they're doing, how they're doing. The locals. Hell, the locals know when to go out and when not to. The locals know when it's happening. Yeah, that white gulp shrimp with the green looks real good. I think, actually, Andrew, I think when I was pre-fishing, I caught a flounder using that lure there where the mangroves are. So I tried that during the tournament, but I couldn't get a bite. And then my buddy sent me a picture yesterday that he bought the same lures. He bought the green 3-inch with chartreuse tail, and then I think he got some Z-Mans, but he didn't get the Pedal Z, the one I like. He got something called the Mulletron, Z-Man Mulletron, which I haven't tried, but yeah, well, I've been live 50 minutes. It looks like it sucks that I haven't caught any fish, but that's fishing. Like you say, the tournament deja vu. I'll get something here in a minute. Yeah, the tournament started at 7:30. Yeah, I'm right here next to the stupid highway. Yeah, the tournament Saturday started at 7:30, which is kind of late for me. I like being out there at least 6:15. 7:30, yeah, you know, the sunrise was like 6:30, 6:35-ish sunrise, and that's sunrise. That's the sun actually coming up. But you know how you got at least 30 minutes before sunrise where you can still see, and you don't even need the 360 light, right? So if you saw my videos before the tournament, I'm out on the water right after 6. I went to the Arroyo and Port Mansfield. I was on the water by around 6 o'clock. I had my first fish around 6:15. I just gotta make sure the boaters, especially in the Arroyo, the boaters can see me. And Port Mansfield also, because in Port Mansfield, there's a place out there on the north side. I think it's called the Community Bar. And that day that I went, there was like, if you see my video of Port Mansfield, there was always 6 boats along that bar, plus myself. But I was further, of course, I was further closer to the land. But I was there. I was close to those boats. But when you see something like that, a bunch of boats gathered together, you know it's a good spot. And I have it on one of my videos. If you go back to Port Mansfield, I have the aerial GPS view or Google Maps, and it's always produced top water for me. Always. But when you go to Port Mansfield on a kayak, you gotta make sure the winds are under 7 miles per hour to start. I think when I went, it was 4 miles per hour, which is perfect for Port Mansfield. So if you plan to go to Port Mansfield or have a friend that invites you, don't be obligated to go. If you see that the winds are 10 plus, just go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. It's not going to be worth it. Yeah, aquel Kayak Losico and Derek, they were out there at Port Mansfield one day and it got ugly. They said they were going to put the video out, but I never saw the video. But yeah, it can be very, very, very dangerous out there at Port Mansfield. Yeah, Port Mansfield is real dangerous because the winds are coming into your face and the wave action is exaggerated. So that's why for new guys, I have a friend that has a new kayak. I started him off over there behind the convention center because at the convention center it's not deep first of all, and if you flip over, you're standing knee high, and if it's windy, the land, the island is covering some of the wind. Or also where I started is right on the other side of the causeway. Right on the other side of the causeway, on the right side. The only thing, there's a little cement embankment that you got to go down with your kayak. And like me, I don't mind. My kayak cost me $800, but if you have a nice shiny $3,000, $2,000 kayak, like some of you guys have, when you're dragging it on cement, it hurts. So let me check my base again. Yeah, that sucked. And I was really on a roll on top water. I don't know why, but every time in the summer, the top water turns on. So the previous 2 times I was cleaning it with top water, and I really wanted to start with the top water, but since I said 7:30, I said, nah, it's a little late. Okay, let's see what we have here. I'm gonna put a big ass head on one. Big bait, big fish. Okay, so I'm gonna put a big ass head. A big ass head with garlic. How am I going to catch a fish, guys, with no bait? What do they call it? My friends used to call it fishing with credit. Fishing on credit or fishing with credit? What do you call it? Fishing on credit? Okay, I have a good feeling about this. I have a good feeling about this cast here. I got a big ass head of a mullet on one. Soaked with garlic, Malibu oil, and I'm gonna put attention. I'm gonna plug in an external battery charger. Let's see if it doesn't affect anything. So let me know if anything happens here. Okay, I plugged it in. Let's see if it's on. It looks like it's on. There. Okay, I plugged in my battery charger, so hopefully it's charging the phone and it didn't affect anything. Okay, I'm getting hit on this Carolina rig one. I don't know if it's crab. I don't know if it's a catfish. Come on, I need a big red right now. Okay, for you guys, I'm here chilling out at Gaymans Bridge area. I'm about maybe 100 yards, 150 yards from the bridge. I didn't want to deal with the current, so I noticed the tide was high. The tide was high, so where I'm casting, I think it's about waist deep, which is good enough for reds. I just bought one bag of mullet, which I'm halfway through. little bit of bites, but I think they're either catfish or crabs. I wanted to do some fishing before the rains come starting tonight. I just want to see the poles bend. I have caught redfish here before. Even though the major action is over there where the bridge is. That's where the major action. But right now, I think it's just dead. We just gotta wait for the bite to turn on. You know, if you guys, if you fish long enough, you know, there's some times where it's just you can't buy a bite. But yeah, I've just been here 1 hour, so it's not terrible. I situated the Jeep where I'm a little bit in the shade, so it's not extremely hot. I'm pretty sure if you're out there in the middle of the sun, it is extremely hot. So I got plenty of waters. I wanted to get some fishing in before the storms come in. I brought all my tackle boxes, all my fishing rods. I brought my gar rod because I didn't know. I was thinking of stopping like at the arroyo or at the canals on 1015. When I left the house around noon, I didn't know where I was going. I just knew I was going to go fishing. I didn't know where to go. I just said, let me just go and see where the road takes me. I ended up coming to the Gaymans Bridge area over here. But like, I'm not riding the. If I run out of bait, I'm gonna have to probably go. If I run out of bait, I'm gonna have to go to San Martin and try to catch some off the bridge, and then I'll probably go park myself at the Gaymans Bridge itself. That way, there could be more people there, more opportunity. So yeah, this is the first time I do this. Mind you, I have one of the cheaper phones. I if you saw some of my videos, I flipped my kayak at Port Mansfield, and my iPhone. Luckily, it was like a 6 Plus or a 7. I can't remember. But I'm one of those type of people that once I get a phone, I stay with it forever. So it was like a 6 Plus. It got wet and it got destroyed when it got flipped. So then I went to go get this one. But I do want to get an iPhone so I can shoot better quality lives. Because you guys know me, I'm old school, right? So you young guys, y'all are more tech savvy. So what do you think about a good phone to stream live? And as you and then for my videos, I need to get myself a microphone because I use a lot of music because I get a lot of wind noise in my camera. The camera is awesome. The only thing I don't like about it is the microphone is real sensitive, so it picks up a lot of wind noise. But I've tried like the EarPod microphone. I tried a cheaper microphone, wireless microphone. So before I bite the bullet and buy a good wireless mic, I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing right. I gotta make sure I'm buying something that I can use on a consistent basis. So if you have any recommendations on a wireless mic for the action camera, go ahead and shoot it in the comments. Again, I have my camera is an Insta Ace Pro 360. I was gonna get the GoPro 12, but I decided to go with the Instant 360 because of the low light. You know how a lot of our fishing is done in the early morning, late evening. So you want to have a camera that lets a lot of light in those situations. So that's why I got the Instant 360 Ace Pro, because if you compare the nighttime low light situations against the GoPro, the Ace Pro takes the GoPro. But I've never had a GoPro, so I will not talk bad about it. Andrew, good question. That was exactly what I was going to talk about. That's exactly what I was going to talk about. But I had to do it in a way where I'm not putting down the GoPro. Yes, that was another deciding factor. Because I would hear, when you're shopping, a lot of guys are saying that it heats up and they had problems with it. And my Instant Ace Pro, and I run it all the time. I have not had it shut down on me because of heat. One time I was shooting some birds. I don't know if you see my videos. I had some bird. I made a bird feeder in the back. And I had it, the camera, I did have it in the sun recording. I had it in the sun recording, and I think I did get a message about the heat. But that was the only time. But when I've been fishing, I haven't had the message. So yeah, on the GoPro, I heard that was one of the problems. It overheats, and then us being down here in South Texas, forget it. But yeah, I was close to buying the 12, the GoPro 12. I was close, but then last minute I went with this one because of the low light situation. The only thing, the GoPro, the good thing about the GoPro that I can't do is this one. Heat up and the battery swell and get, oh shit. Okay. The good thing about the GoPro is that I saw that you can go live with the GoPro. Like right now, I'm shooting this stuck. Yeah, it gets stuck. That's kind of what I thought. When I saw stuck, I go, no, stuck. But with the GoPro, you can go live with it. And the Instant 360, I can't go live with it. Right now, I'm shooting live with my crappy phone. And that's where the GoPro. Well, that's one of the areas where the GoPro beats my Instant 360. Is that you can go live with it anywhere, basically, I believe. And I can't. I would have to use it like a and then I'm old school. I don't know how to plug it into anything. But yeah, right now I'm shooting off my Nokia phone. That's probably in 1080p, and that's why I want to get an iPhone where I can do the lives with the iPhone. And of course, the GoPro has awesome quality pictures and video. I mean, the GoPro is awesome camera. I mean, it's the one that started this thing. But I was playing poker one night, and that one night I won $1,000, and then the following day I won $1,200. So I said, fuck it. The next day, I said, instead of playing poker and losing it, I'm gonna go and get myself a camera. I think I shelled out maybe 400, because of course you get the camera, but then you gotta get the card, and of course you don't want to skip on the card. So yeah, so I had a 2-day good poker run where I said, let me go get the camera right now before I lose the money. Well, guys, shit. The fishing is really. Well, what can I tell you? It's like somebody said, Andrew, it's like the tournament all over again. But yeah, it's freaking, what, 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. You don't really expect too much right now, but you never know. At least I'm not like on a kayak where you're sitting in the same position for 4 or 5 hours. I can shift my weight. I can stand up. I can go get the water. Yeah. My arm still hurts. Yeah. Did you fish that online tournament? That the 956? Did you fish the online tournament that 956 made a couple months ago? My shoulder actually was screwed up for a whole month. I think all the casting I was doing, there was one week that I went almost every day fishing, and you couldn't use bait, so it was a lot of artificials, casting. So for a whole month afterwards, my freaking shoulder was freaking killing me. I had gone to the doctor to get, you know how once a year you have to go back for get your refills. I hate going to the doctor, but even at the doctor, I told him, "Hey, doc, I was fishing. My shoulder's freaking killing me. The only thing I can think about is that I was casting, and he just said, just take like ibuprofen for the inflammation." And sure enough, yeah, about a month it went back to normal. But yeah, all that casting gets to you, man. All that casting, all the paddling. That's like for like today. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna set it and forget it. Try to pull out a couple of redfish. Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys. I wish I had better action for you, but again, this was like a test to see if I can go live. Uh, Next time I'll plan it so I'm not next to a highway. Next time I'll plan it where you can get a little bit more action because I'm figuring like if I catch a fish, you really can't see it unless I bring it to the camera, right? I had built for the tournament. I had built a little mount for this phone to go live. I was actually thinking of going live during the tournament with the little mount, but then I said no. If I'm gonna go live during the tournament, it's not gonna let me concentrate on the fish. Well, you know how that went. You know how that went. It really didn't. But yeah, I had made a little mount right over my shoulder to go live. But then I said, nah, if I'm shooting live, I'm gonna be worried about the video. So I did mount a little. I had another little camera that I mounted there, but I think I recorded with it, but I didn't use any of the footage because half of the half of the screen was the back of my body and shoulder and head. So it was really it was a good idea, but I need to mount it a little higher, kind of looking down over my head. But I do appreciate you guys joining me on this live. Like I told you, this is the first time I do this. It's kind of like a test to see what this phone is capable of. I was hoping to catch fish, but what I think I'm gonna do in a little bit is probably shut off in about 2 hour in a 2 hour mark, which is about 30 minutes, and either relocate or go get some more bait. And I'll check the weather. See, as a fisherman, the first thing I do is I check the weather to see when I can go fishing. And I saw rain is going to start tonight, so I said my only window to go fish is today. But if I see that the rains are not that bad, I might just make a video of fishing in the rain. So we'll see. We'll see what what's in store during these rains, right? Because I also want to fish the canals, but I know when the rains come, it's probably gonna screw up all the canal, mix up all the water. So 50% of me wanted to go to the canals today to try to catch gar, and then the other half wanted to come out here to the bay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the fresh water is gonna affect the canals and the bay. How about you guys? Are y'all shutting down for the rain, or you think you're gonna try to look for a window to fish during the rain? And the good thing of where I'm at right now is I could just pack up and leave. When you have the kayak, it's a totally different story with the kayak. You guys know that. It's loading, unloading. See, the winds are starting to pick up. It looks like there's some rain coming in from the north. The rains are they're coming in from the north. Because you see the weather, the winds, when the storm comes, the winds are going to shift from the northeast. And that's exactly where this rain is coming from the northeast. It's probably one of those squall lines that they call it. So probably I would say in about 15 minutes. In about 15 minutes, we might be getting our first rain. Maybe. Agent Team Smith. I went to go get a water, so it's not that hot where I'm sitting. The car coming by. Let me check my baits here. No bait? How are you going to catch fish with no bait, Luna? Jesus Christ. How are you going to catch fish with no bait? How are you gonna catch fish with no bait? Ah, that was what's name. You know when you have a feeling that you lost something? I feel like I lost the bait, but I don't think so. Let me double check. No, it's still there. No, it was still there. Oh, yeah. The man that just passed in the car, I think his name is Cuba. Cuba. He's one of the regulars here. I should have asked him what he caught, man. But by the time I figured who he was, yeah. So if you ever see Gaymans Bridge pictures and or videos, and they say Cuba, he's a guy that fishes out here a lot, and he catches a lot. I should have freaking asked him how he did. He's probably the one that was out there wing fishing. Cuba. Oh, I just rebaited and cast out. I'm here at Gaymans Bridge. I'm not actually At the bridge, I'm probably about 150 yards to the south because I didn't want to deal with the current. So yeah, I'm chucking some mullet out here about 150 miles, 150 miles, 150 yards from the bridge area. Trying to get some fishing before the rains start. According to the forecast, the rains are starting tonight. I've been here about an hour and a half. A few bites, but I haven't brought anything in. They're either catfish or crab. I got a Carolina rig on my near rod, and I got a double drop on the second rod. 15 test pound on one and 20-pound test on the other. I'm off Highway 48, the famous Highway 48, right about 150 yards south of Gaymans Bridge. Trying to see if I can pick up a couple reds to take home. No kayak today, strictly just land-based. I think at the 2 hour mark, folks, I am gonna. Right now it's 1 hour 40 minutes. Shit, I just saw something pop out there. Okay, the tide is falling slowly, so in about 15 minutes I'm gonna cut off and relocate because where I'm at there's oyster beds that are under the water, but they're gonna be exposed here in a few. I'll probably go either catch some more bait and hit the deeper part of the Gaymans Bridge. My rod's acting a little weird. Is it the wind or is there something messing with it? It might be the wind. Even though the other one's not acting a fool. No, I think it's just the wind because the other one's also acting a little awkward. So no major takers right now. The tide is dropping a bit. I'm probably gonna relocate here in about 15 minutes. Go to the deeper part, and I can re-rig with circle hooks, and I'm gonna probably need a little heavier weight if I'm gonna be fishing the actual channel there at Gaymans. Right now, I think I got 1 ounce weight, but of course, when you fish in the Gayman channel, you're gonna need at least 2 ounce, possibly 3 ounce. So yeah, I'm gonna stick it out about 15 more minutes, folks, and then go relocate, re-rig, put on some circle hooks, something I feel a little bit more comfortable with. Because when I told you at the beginning, I really didn't know if I was gonna be fishing for gar or reds, trout. I brought all my fishing rods. I have a big ass gar rod I bought. I brought my three tackle boxes. One is for like night fishing, one is for bait fishing, kayak fishing, and the other one is for gar fishing where I have my leaders and weights and big hooks. So I brought everything because I didn't know whether I was going to eat. I didn't know whether I was going to fish at a canal for gar or come out here and fish for reds or trout. So I decided to pack everything except my kayak and just head east. And it led me. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot to the 2 hour mark. About 53 more minutes I'll shoot, and then I'm gonna reassess the situation, re-rig, go get something to eat, and figure out if I want to stay a little longer or call it a day. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started to get it my baits on ice. Start wrapping it up here. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and shut off this live. I'm down to one more mullet, so the tide is going down, and I'm either gonna go try to catch more mullet, go get some lunch, and either call it a day or fish the deeper channel part. Yeah, I'm gonna try the honeypole. Yeah, I need to go catch some more bait, and let me check this line. It's actually a little awkward. I'll give it another shot. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and I might just call it a day. Again, thanks for joining me. This is the first time I let's see, some crab for the drone. Okay, live stream, yeah. And I brought my bucket. I brought everything like I told you. I brought my gar rod, my bait rods, 3 tackle boxes, my aerator, my shrimp bucket. I brought everything. And they did have live shrimp. They did have live shrimp, but I had already made up my mind that I was just gonna buy a mullet because I need batteries for my aerator. So I would have to buy 2D batteries, and then we'll see. I'm gonna go into Port Isabel. I'm not gonna cross into the island. I don't have any business over there. I'm gonna try to catch some bait maybe, and then 50. I'm 50-50 whether to keep fishing. 50-50 to keep fishing. After I eat, let's see how I feel. Maybe I need a beer to kind of like recharge me. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Let's see when I make another one, either in an hour or so or later in the rain. We'll see you guys. Thanks. Let's see if I know how to shut this thing down. Boom. Wait. Catch the high tide. Yeah, right now the tide is going down. Yeah, I kind of came in. I came, like I told you, I didn't know where I was gonna fish. I was gonna go to the canal. I just brought everything, so I didn't plan this trip good. Like, if it was at 10 p.m. to midnight, the bite is supposed to be. That's the major bite. 10 p.m. to midnight. That's right now. I think there was a small bite maybe at 4 to 6, if I'm not mistaken. And then, but the major one 10 to 12. So that's when you really want to be fishing. But you. I wanted to get her out here and get away from the computer. So I'll catch y'all later.